On this episode of American Greed, we have a story about a Smith County, Tennessee Lieutenant Randy Glover and his wife Christy, who want to ditch the mediocre life they once had for a life of fortune and riches. This shisty, beady-eyed cop is willing to stop at nothing when faced with an opportunity from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation to violate a man's civil rights and rake in millions of dollars. Our story starts out in Nashville, Tennessee. Aaron Key, 25 years old, has just been released from prison for shooting at a cop. Metro Nashville police have been investigating him for a crime that they believe he has committed. But when they fail to get him on anything, they become enraged. Despite the police being corrupt, incompetent, and not following procedure, Aaron knows that he has civil rights and believes in our U.S. Constitution. Aaron has been thinking about his life, and trying to secure a future for himself, he files an invention idea with the United States Patent Trademark Office, or so he hopes. He prepares everything necessary and includes a money order to cover the costs of filing fee $65. But his idea never makes it to the USPTO. Feeling frustrated, Aaron does not give up. He hopes that one day justice will prevail. He knows that he is very ingenious. The only problem is the TBI and Nashville FBI will now stop at nothing to cover up what they have done. In their minds, they violated his civil rights and now stolen his invention idea. It does not help matters that he has a previous conviction for shooting at a cop. They know that Aaron is homeless and that his biological mother lives in Carthage, Tennessee. They know that in order to keep this thing quiet, they may have to be willing to satisfy others' corruption and greed. And so they contact the Smith County Sheriff's Department to do what police do best, to lie and demonize Aaron. They do this under the pretense that they are warning law enforcement that Aaron may soon return to Carthage. They request to speak to the sheriff, Steve Hopper, and the two parties discuss the matter. They put all of the blame on Aaron. They explain that they would like to make the situation more bearable for him as well. It does not take much convincing or talk to get Sheriff Steve Hopper to play right along with it. He assures the agent on the phone that Lieutenant Randy Glover would be a perfect fit for handling and dispersing the money. They use their marble-sized brains and very low IQ to hatch a plan to have Randy Glover submit the stolen invention idea to InventHelp.com. They invest $7,000 by paying InventHelp.com. Now all that they have to do is wait. Meanwhile, just as the TBI predicted, Aaron goes to stay with his mother. She welcomes him with arms wide open. Aaron may have made some poor choices in life, but a mother's love never gives up. It is as though he is the prodigal son. His mother, a caring Christian lady, does all that she can to make her son feel welcomed and to show him love. But you know what they say about small towns sometimes, and this town has a motive. They are very intent on backing the corrupt TBI. The TBI and even the Nashville FBI have already spoken to Sheriff Hopper and are taking no chances of being exposed. Enough of that has already taken place with News Channel 5. It seems the corruption in Tennessee is as bad as anywhere in the United States, but this just helps to boost their confidence. Soon Randy is informed that the invention idea is a huge success and is about to be marketed. News of this makes him excited. He hits the town with his thug cop buddies. Over many mixed drinks he tells them, but threatens them if they dare tell. This loser's true colors come out as he keeps getting hammered drunk, and he tells vulgar, inappropriate jokes and even goes as far as to expose himself while urinating outside the bar. His friends think little of his behavior as it is common. In their small brains, they visualize hope. They finally get to see Randy make a little something of himself. The following day, the TBI call him. They explain that in order to cover up his newfound fortune, they recommend posing as though he has found a newfound love. They hope that the public will believe that this weasel married into wealth. Randy agrees, as they form their scheme. Aaron finds love himself. In October of 2015, he gets married. His wife and him soon have a child. Meanwhile, Randy and Christy enjoy their new house and go on multiple lavish vacations. The way Randy sees it, he is getting to live a life he never thought possible. He does not fear getting caught, but even if the lies were exposed, he would only get a slap on the wrist. Carthage police and their families begin buying expensive cars and trucks, Lexuses, Mercedes, and BMWs. It's hard to imagine these low IQ scrubs are doing better than other hard-working citizens, but that was part of the plan from the start, to shut Aaron down and make it appear as though law enforcement and their family are doing so well as to provide relief and comfort to them. because Aaron handed their asses to them. After all, he embarrassed the leading law enforcement agency in Tennessee, the TBI, and no one does that. Tennessee officials will not allow a man with a tainted record to outclass them. They begin spreading lies in the small town about him again, under the pretense that they are warning people. But their real intentions are to murder him and his wife. They start demonizing him, hoping it will help their plan out later. Many of the people and citizens eat it right up. Whether it's ignorance and/or stupidity, they take every word spoken like it's the gospel. Their shallow thinking does not consider exercising critical thinking. They only fall right into the lie themselves. Every day, the police begin growing more desperate to silence Aaron. When they begin to offer cash to people for being, quote, lookouts, the whole thing takes a different turn. They hope lies, money, and a good old boy system will put an end to him once and for all, but Aaron is not going down without a fight. Aaron and his wife's child is soon taken over fabricated lies. After all, they don't need Aaron looking like a good husband and a father. Aaron reaches out to the Department of Justice as well as his local Attorney General's office, only to be met with lies and be ignored. He even files a federal civil lawsuit by himself in Nashville, only to have it dismissed. Their corruption goes too deep and includes too much to cover in this segment, but those of you with a brain can probably read in between the lines and get a pretty good picture what these scrubs attempted. Today, Aaron and his wife are homeless but still married. Aaron says he will not give things up. This story just goes to show you that when you mix authority, a low IQ, and money, there can be disastrous results. Carthage Police, the TBI, and FBI covered for pedophiles, criminals, and drug dealers, all in an effort to cover up their crimes, having using many of these types of people to try and harm Aaron and his wife. Because they know that he has civil rights, they also know that he is not afraid of their bitch asses. Their efforts with a hacker, etc., all prove futile as he is still standing. Only a total piece of shit would agree with these cops that hate our U.S. Constitution. Well, that is all for now. Catch another episode of American Greed next week on CNBC.